So that's the first down that I've ever done with him. This is also our first day on our collar, but because this dog has so much foundation on him, he knows a lot of things, and so I'm just kind of messing with him a little bit, seeing what he knows, where we are, what we can start, you know, really working on and implementing in our everyday training. Another one. Down. Stole the treat right out of my hand. Down. Good. And I don't care that he's popping right up right now. I'm just getting the repetition of him going down when I ask him to. Down. Down. Good. You can't even see him all the way farther out. Down. Down. Right now, sometimes I will use a lot of pressure on a down when I'm first introducing it to him. Like, I'm only using leash pressure in the pager and I'm standing straight up. I'm not luring at all with my treats. And that's for dogs that are really wanting to pick fights with you. So not in the sense of, you know, they want to fight you, but if they're not good at listening to pressure. And so it depends on what dog I'm working with, of course, and all that stuff. But I will, a lot of times, dogs that are difficult for their, you know, cutting nails or looking at their ears or anything like that, I will use a lot more pressure on them when appropriate. So he's ready to work. When appropriate, to teach them to really, really relax when they're under stress or pressure. So that applies at vet visits, or, you know, a situation that they don't want to be in that they unfortunately have to be in. We all have those days and things that we have to do that we don't want to. And so putting them in those situations during training and then or incorporating it into a fun activity for them, it's really, come here, go home, good boy. It's really beneficial for everyday life with them. And we don't think about those little everyday things that we do, like asking them to down or loading into the car or something like that, is a training opportunity. And it's really how we live with our dogs every day is what sets the tone in the for our relationship. So with him, I'm not necessarily using that much pressure right now because I think he's going to fight it a lot. I'd rather get a lot more repetitions in with him of luring him with the treat. I'm stepping on the leash a little bit just to keep him from moving around. But if you know, have a puppy or something, it's and you know, you're not using the pager collar yet, it would be a lot of luring with then adding a little bit of leash pressure over that to get them used to the sensation. So that's the way to, like, more go an organic flow with it. His little ears in the camera were so cute. Yeah, to do it a little bit more organically is just slowly add that leash pressure in after you're luring. Before, if I'm working with a fearful dog that doesn't want me bending over it, I will use a lot of pressure and I'll turn away from the dog. I won't use a lot of force with body pressure as I will with just the leash, because they're a lot more used to that and more comfortable with leash pressure than they are with body pressure with a fearful dog, especially with humans. So anyway, that's a little bit of that. With him, I'm just using it to, you know, kind of keep him still so I can lure him into that down without him badgering my hand too much. So he's not upset at all about this pager, which I really like. He's not freaked out about it at all. he's almost acting like a dog who's been desensitized to it in the way that we want. So that's really good, and that's why I'm able to hold this pager the whole time I'm asking for that down. So I'm holding my pager. Good. I'm off the button as soon as he goes into that down. You can't see him anymore, but down. Good. So in that sense, I'm using my pager for pressure on, pressure off work. Pager, holding, holding, holding. Good. As soon as his body hits the ground, I'm off my pager and he gets the treat. So, down. Good. Right now, I don't really care where his body is. We're just getting the repetition of going into a down. Good. With that pager. So now what I can do is, because he's getting it a little bit, I can loosen up on my luring a little bit and add a little bit more leash pressure. So here, down. He's just going to have a different guidance tool. Down. Good. So I didn't go all the way down for that lure, and I used a lot more leash pressure with my foot. So here we'll do it again. Down. Down. Lure a little bit because he needs a little bit of help. Down. Good boy. He moved himself into position. That is awesome. Down. Good. Okay. Press my pager on that, okay? Lure him around to the position that we want him in. Good. It's not strict right now, but it's easier. Down. Good boy. Good. Down. Good. Good boy. Down. Down. Good. Good boy. Okay. Good. So when he holds it, I take the opportunity to use and teach that release. Right now, I don't care if he pops up. I'm not correcting it by putting him back into that down, not necessarily using like a punisher, but just not correcting it in the sense that I'm making him do the correct thing. Down. Good. I'm just using that as an opportunity to do another repetition of it. So here, still using my foot like a little pulley. Can't really see it. I don't know if I turn around. It'll be easier. The shadow will be on us then. He likes it over here. Good. Good. Come here. Maybe we can get one. Down. Good. Down. So here I'm doing a little bit more luring just so he's, like there I'm going back a step because we switched positions. Cojo. Good. Good. Down. We dropped a kibble. Down. Cojo down. Good boy. Good. Let's go. All right, you guys. See you soon.